Hey guys, well, so I'm about done with this 65 for a little while. We got really bad weather coming in next week. It's going to be really cold. I got a couple days of decent weather today and tomorrow, but today's almost gone. But I wanted to show you guys what this trunk looks like, and also I want to show you the back window on this car. I talked about the channel, and I was worried about how it would look. I got it cleaned out, and I'm getting ready to spray it, but I want to show you guys a couple things on it before I do that. So let's get started on that. All right, let's go. All right, so the first thing I want to do, I want to show you guys this trunk pan. I'm sorry. Well, I can show you the trunk pan as well. It's looking a lot better today. I did a little wire brushing on it last night. Not a lot, but I did. Hold on a second. It looks like my camera lens might be dirty. Let me clean that up a little bit. There we go. I don't know if that's any better or not, but it looks a lot better today. I did some wire brushing on it, cleaned it up. It doesn't look too bad, so I think it's going to be okay. I did uncover, like in this area here, a couple more holes when I was scraping the rust off. And when I scrape this rust off, I may see even more of it. I don't know. I went ahead and sprayed back there with that rust neutralizer, and I sprayed this little area here. I'm probably going to spray this too, just to try to keep it from getting any worse over the winter, so I can at least try to repair it next year without it, completely falling apart. And I want to say something about this too. This trunk of this car looks a little bad because it's been sitting outside, but the good thing about this car is, I think the thing that saved it, believe it or not, the thing that saved it was two things. Number one was all that stuff in the trunk kind of smashed the back end of this car down. It was sitting a lot lower, so the water was able to run off of these channels a little easier and run away from the trunk a little easier. So it didn't have all that water in there. The other thing was, of course, I talked about that plug, that rubber plug being out over here, which allowed standing water to drain out. And the other thing was, if you remember, when I cleaned this trunk out, I had two toolboxes over here. One of them had tools in it, and the other one was clear full of pieces of iron pipe. And I think it weighed this side of the car down more, which allowed the water to run to that hole a little better. So I think all that together kind of saved this a little bit. But anyhow, I sprayed this trunk lip with this rust neutralizer. And let me show you what it looks like now. I got to get up here. So as you can see, it's turned black now. The rust has turned black all the way around there. It does look a whole lot better than it did. So it's not bad. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep it protected over the winter. I do plan on covering this car with a tarp to try to keep any excessive moisture off of the car. It's going to be bad in one way, that's going to hold moisture in, but it's going to be a heavier tarp, so hopefully not a lot of moisture can get underneath of it other than some condensation. But I don't know for sure if I'm going to cover it. Maybe I'll just leave it uncovered because I've got this protected now. And the water that runs into the trunk, obviously it's going to be wet, but next spring I can work on this, getting it sealed up and keep the water out of it. So I think it should be okay for the most part without a tarp. I haven't decided for sure what I'm going to do. But let me show you guys this rear window channel. Something interesting happened with that yesterday when I was working on it. What I did is I took my knife and I started cutting out some of the seal that's around this lip and peeling it out so I could make sure I got down in there to get all that cleaned out. And when I did, I noticed that if I catch the window with my knife, the window would move. So the window was loose, I knew that. Okay. And then as I kept cleaning it, I noticed the sealer along the bottom seemed to be moving too. So once I got all this cleaned out, I took a blowgun, like you guys saw me do on the truck. I took a blowgun and I blew all that out and cleaned it out. And maybe I got that on video, I can't remember. But anyhow, once I got all that done, I got on the inside of the car and I took a metal pick, which I don't have one on me right now, but I took a metal pick and I grabbed that seal that ran along there, and that's what happened right there. See that whole seal came out. It wasn't attached to either the car or the window, so it was completely loose from the window and the car itself. And you can see where it was attached to the metal, there's chunks of rust there. So it's pulled loose. So now we can look at this channel and you can see right there in that corner there's a couple little holes that need to be fixed. Not terrible, but a little bit. down at the bottom down there is not leaked, not rusted through yet. Right there is a little tiny hole. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's right there. There's a little hole. And then here towards the middle, there's a little bigger hole there that needs to be filled. There's a little one there. Wherever these clips were, remember I told you guys about the clips that held in the trim. So wherever those clips are, those clips kind of held the moisture in, and it rusted a little bit worse in those areas. At least on some of them, not all of them. Because this one here is the next one. That one's okay. That one's okay. That one's okay. All the way around, it's looking all right. So, as you can see now, in that corner down there, you can see there's another rust hole right there in that corner. So, I got a couple little rust holes in it, but considering the fact that this car has sat outside and looked the way it has for as long as it has, that's really not that bad. I'm okay with it. You know, obviously, I'm gonna work on cleaning it up, and I got this sealer that I used on the trunk, on the lip here. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this window out today, and I think I'm gonna try to even get on the inside and spray it on the inside too as well, to keep from to stop the rust and keep it from getting any worse. Hopefully that'll be enough to protect it over the winter. We'll see. I don't know if it will or not, but I hope it will. So let me put you guys up here, and then I'm going to go ahead and spray this window channel out and try to get it cleaned up, or not cleaned up, get it sealed up to where I don't have to worry about it rusting any worse than it already is. So hopefully, I got a leaf stuck in here, dang it. I want to get that leaf out. I don't want that leaf in there. All right. So now I got all that cleaned out. So now I can take this stuff that I got and I can spray it. This on the inside of this window, there's actually a piece of trim in there that's removable. So if it's real bad shape, I can always take it off and try to find another one if I can find one, hopefully. But anyhow, we're going to take this rust killer, and we're going to spray it right down in this crack between the window and the body. And we're going to put a nice heavy coat in there. We'll hopefully take care of that rust. Keep from getting any worse, at least for the time being. I'm going to spray. It's like cooling up in there. I'm spraying so much of it, which is fine with me. But it needs to be in there nice and thick. So that's going to help seal out, kill the rust that's there, and seal out anything that could possibly get there in the future. All right. Well, that's going to keep all that from rusting any worse. And now let me go inside the car and try to spray in there too. See me in here? I'm in here. Hello. getting a phone call. Never mind, I don't want to talk to those people. Alright, I got a little bit left in this can. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to empty this can out in this seam out here. It's getting on the glass too, but I can always take a razor blade later on and scrape that off. You know, it's not a big deal. But I really want to get this rust killer and converter soaked into this really well, so it will sit. It'll dry out over the next couple days. Keep this from getting any worse. I got a really thick coat of it on here now, so it should be good. What are you doing? Oh, crap now. Making a video. Trying to keep this rear window channel from getting any worse than it is. It's actually in really good shape. It's got a couple little holes in it. Not bad. I'm spraying this rust converter in it for my viewers to see. Crap. Pretty much. But that's all I own is pieces of crap, so it fits in with all the rest of my pieces of crap. There's a whole bunch of rust killer in there, guys. Just basically trying to empty this can out. I think it's about done. Yep. All right, that's it. There we go. I got to get down off of here. Okay. All right, guys, still with me? Okay, so now we've done really pretty much everything we can do for this rust for now. I mean, that rust killer is going to convert it. It's going to seal it off. And even if it gets wet over the winter, it shouldn't get any worse. If it does, it'll be only a small amount. But I think it's pretty good. I think it's going to be all right. One thing I want to do here, I want to open up this trunk and see if I can see inside where, when I sprayed that rust killer, wherever the holes are, see where it's dripping inside the trunk. Try to see that. Kind of get an idea where the water's going to run once it goes inside. Okay, so really, hold on a second, let me go grab a light because it's getting kind of dark. Hold on. Okay, I want to look and see where that rust killer was dripping out on the inside, so I kind of get an idea where the water's going to go. So in here, I don't see anything in here where it's dripping on this side. So I'm guessing probably the only place it's going to run is on the other side. I can see it over there. You can see it right up in there. You can see where the rust killer is running down. Oh, it looks like it might be running on the inside of the fender well, but it's also running right there and right down there. So if whatever water gets in here in the wintertime now or over the next couple months, if I'm not working on this thing, it's going to run right down there. And of course, that's all cleaned out now. That's a big hole. There's no sealer there. So it's basically going to run out on the ground. So it's not going to sit and puddle anywhere. It should be safe. And of course, the trunk channel here, it's going to run down on the ground. It's going to run down here. It might run down into the trunk right there a little bit, depending on how much water I get. But that if it runs there, it's going to run into this channel and run in this channel and go right out that hole right there. So again, I shouldn't have a lot of water sitting in the trunk over the winter. I hope not anyhow. But it shouldn't be too bad. But you know, I got to keep working on it, obviously. Unfortunately, winter's here and it's getting worse every day. We had a pretty nice week this week. We had some some decent weather, and it wasn't too bad. But tomorrow, which today's Friday, tomorrow's the last day. Tomorrow's the last day. It's going to be nice. I think Sunday they're calling for like a high of like in the, I want to say the upper 20s or lower 30s. So it's going to be really cold Sunday, and then several days of cold after that. And I don't know what's going to happen after that. We'll see. I got some traveling to do around the holidays, so I probably won't even be here anyhow. But anyhow, there is one more thing I want to do to the car. I want to do to the engine. I'll try to get that done tomorrow. If I don't get it done tomorrow, then next week I think there's going to be maybe 1 or 2 days. Toward the end of the week it's going to be warm. Maybe I'll work on it next week. I want to try to get some stuff put in it before winter time too, to let it sit and soak, because maybe when winter's over with we can get it to break free. I don't know. But anyhow, guys, I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoy this. By the way, thanks again for helping me reach 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate that. It makes it easier for me, and of course brings my channel up a little bit. You know, I'd like to see more subscribers, but I don't always put videos on here. Next year I hope to plan on changing that, getting a lot more videos on here, and growing my channel a lot more. So anyhow, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.